than 135, so pretty close to 140, I think. Anyway, so many things have happened, many things have changed. Tell me about like what's happened with you in recent times. Have you like decided to stream more on YouTube? Are you looking to expand into the becoming a VTuber and going towards other games or platforms? Tell me a little bit what's going on with you in recent times.
So, kind of everything has changed since the last time I spoke here. Last time I was a Twitch streamer, now I'm a YouTube streamer. For several reasons why. I could get into that, but I could also not get into that, whatever you want to do.
It's
But,
hey, I don't want to force nothing on you. I mean, it is what it is, right?
alright. Well, it's very simple, right? On Twitch, I was streaming regularly, and one day I was streaming with Sean VR.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't streaming, but they were a partner streamer, as everyone knows, who was popular on Twitch. And we were streaming, and we were doing some comedy that they're used to, and suddenly I got suspended. I was like, okay. So, me being me, and me getting caught off guard by this, and knowing that this content is particularly common amongst partnered streamers on Twitch, I took everyone that was watching, and brought them to YouTube instantly as soon as I got banned, and I talked about it. And so I went live for 700 people on YouTube, and I talked about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm perfectly in my right to do this because I was an affiliate streamer. I was not partnered, which means that I do not have any sort of contract that limits my content, unique content, that is, on other platforms. The only content that's limited for me to spread is content that I've streamed on Twitch for 24 hours. So I was perfectly in my right to stream on a different platform at that time. So I set my word, and then, I'd started streaming on YouTube, expecting to be unbanned in 3 days. They got me for sexual content, however, I was not sure, and nobody knew what exactly I did wrong. Well, I was like, whatever, right? It's Twitch being Twitch, whatever. I'm not gonna make that much of a big deal out of it, I guess. I'm just gonna be a little bit shocked at first and move on. 3 days later, I was still banned. What happened? So I submit a support ticket, like, oh, hi domo, please unban me, Twitch senpai. And so I get an answer 21 days later.
Damn.
And they say, oh, you're unbanned now. And I'm like, alright, I'm gonna stop streaming on your platform. That's fucking ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. No reason, nothing, that's it. So I'm like, okay, well, in the roughly 3 weeks that I was banned, my YouTube stream blew up. I started streaming on 2 different platforms, including a different platform, which I will actually not name.
Yeah.
But, on everything that I started doing, it worked out. Everything that I wanted to try, it worked out. And pretty much, well, it disappeared. Pretty much, my Patreon blew up, my YouTube blew up, everything I was doing blew up, and everything worked out. And so, I didn't need Twitch anymore. My community has been stronger than ever before. My Discord doubled in size. My Patreon 30 times the size. I don't know. like everything I've been doing has been blowing up. And I learned, and I realized that I didn't need Twitch for anything. So I'm not gonna come back begging for a spot at Twitch. So I didn't, and here we are, and I'm doing good.
I getcha. What if I offered you a Subway coupon to come back? Limited offer.
I'll get 1 Twitch stream a week. Is all I do. On Sunday, 1 stream a week. That's all I do on Twitch.
All right.
1 stream. That's all you're getting from me. 1 stream.
$5. 1 year on Twitch. $5. Come on, Ninja. I got Ninja for like $50 billion. I'll get you for $5. Come on, sign a contract, please.
I'll make you a deal. I want you to. I'll do 2 Twitch streams next week. if I get you to furiously make out with another guy.
In VR chat? What, you think I'm gonna do it in real life? You serious? What?
Do you want me to Twitch that badly? I mean, here's the offer.
Yeah, but is it in VR chat or in real life? Any clarification?
what you were doing in VR chat?
I mean, hey, whatever happens in VR stays in VR. Hey, Lamau.
Yo, is that how you? Okay, I guess under those circumstances, I guess you'll never be gay, huh? It's like,
Yeah, what do you
it's just
mean?
VR chat.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. What do you mean?
I'm not sure about that one.
Listen, that's why I tell my psychiatrist, and they're like, yeah, sure. Whatever you say, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna.
Oh,
main
damn.
switch.
Oh, man.
Give it to 1 day a week.
I was gonna do it. You blue ball me like that?
No,
How
you
dare you?
weren't. No, you weren't. No, you
What do you
fucking
mean?
weren't.
What do you mean? I'm secretly an operative from Twitch. No, I'm not. I can't say that. I don't think I can even joke about.
You can't joke about that.
Never mind. I'm not. I'm joking. I'm joking. Kappa 123. I was joking. I was talking about in a video game.
Oh my god.
Damn shucks. We almost got him. We almost got him. Damn shit. Damn it. Hey, 20
my
bucks
God.
is 20 bucks. That's all I gotta say. Anyway.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot more than just streaming, actually. Like I said, I've expanded to several different types of content.
Mhm.
I'm doing full-on ASMR content on Patreon right now. So that's actually working out very well. I even got... You know, if you've been on YouTube, you watch an ASMR video, or if you've seen one and you recommend it, they have like this white microphone with the ears on it.
Yeah.
I got one of those. It's really fucking expensive, but it's amazing.
1 million V-Bucks, I guarantee you.
Pretty much. And another thing I've been doing is I've been getting more and more into designing and selling avatars, including the one that you're seeing right now. Which is kind of why I'm using this, to totally self-promote. So this is one
Damn.
of the avatars that we've designed. And this is completely made from scratch. All the avatars that we're selling is 100% from scratch, and we don't use any assets from everyone else or anyone else. That's the one thing that we do pride ourselves on, is that everything that we make, everything that we sell, we want to own every single asset, every pixel, every texture that's on this avatar belongs to us and is sold by us. So if you're ever interested in femboy avatars that are not assets ripped from 1700 places, this is the only place to go for it. So pretty much what we've been working on, and I'm designing new avatars as much as possible, and my modeler Carl is amazing. So we've been doing all kinds of modeling things as well on the site, and so I've expanded to ASMR, modeling, designing, selling, different types of shows, YouTube. Pretty much been doing everything now. Like the whole band made me so motivated to do more stuff. So I can get more stuff done. It's amazing. I've been streaming almost every day on Discord too. Like been busy with my community, and there's so much stuff to do, and I don't have enough time to do it, but it's really exciting.
That's awesome. All I can say is, what to take away from this is thick thighs save lives, thigh highs remind of mine. That's all I gotta say. Anyone agree with me? Also, just a word to everybody in the chat. I do read chat, but I don't take questions until near the end of the interview, so please hold your questions until the end of the interview, which would be like 40 minutes or something like that. Just to let you know. Anyway. So, I want to talk a little bit more about the band. So, how many times have you been suspended on Twitch? In total?
3 times.
Okay. So,
3 times.
you've been suspended all for the same reason?
No, all for different reasons. So, sorry. So the first time I got suspended was in 2018. I was suspended for attire. So I already designed weird clothing back then, and I had the smart idea of designing panties, but with chains. So
I remember that. Good times.
It was actually okay for the most part, because I streamed for it for weeks. I just had a really bad angle when I got up in front of the camera, and I didn't pick up the camera with me, and crouched into camera, whatever. Bad luck. It happened, right?
Yeah.
I didn't care that much for it, and it was whatever. Shortly afterwards, I got banned again for suggestive content for 24 hours, but this one was really mysterious because nothing happened, right? So everyone was confused what's going on. And I posted it on Twitter, and Twitter lynched the fuck out of me. So Twitter was convinced that I did something wrong. and I was very quickly unfollowed by all the big streamers, and I was blocked by some, and VRChat unfollowed
Damn.
me, and everyone lost their mind, and they were like, Artsy's fucking crazy. Of course they did something lewd. How can they not see it? And in the end, I was banned because of a link, not because I did something lewd on stream. So of course nobody, actually knew that. But hey, I was banned because of a link, for 24 hours, and then 2 years passed, and I didn't get banned for nothing until about 1.5 months ago, where we suddenly got suspended
Yeah.
out of nowhere again. So I had 2 moments for 24 hours each back in 2018, and up until now, I had 2 years of nothing happening, pretty much.
That sucks. I'll tell you something from my experience of Twitch in the last 8 years. Now I don't work for Twitch or really know. Well, I guess I know like 1 or 2 staff kind of, but not really. From my experience with bans, how it works is simply this: you will only get suspended or banned if someone reports the content. Now, it depends on what it is, right? Like, I do firmly believe there is an abuse of the system. So, like, if 100 people report the stream and you're doing completely nothing wrong, they'll still ban you or suspend you because they're just like, whoa, we got 1,000 reports, something's clearly wrong, ban them quickly, we'll figure it out later type of deal. As far as I'm aware of, I don't think Twitch will ever confirm or deny that, but I still think that is an issue of mass reports. But anyway,
That's wrong.
That's wrong?
And I don't mean you're wrong in saying that. I mean, if that were the case, hypothetically,
Yeah.
that is wrong. Because, see, the thing is, what people don't know, not many people know this, but I actually got TOS on YouTube twice already.
Whoa.
In the 1.5 months to 2 months that I've been streaming on Twitch, on YouTube, I actually got TOS twice already. But the thing is, I appealed both, and both of them went away in under an hour of me appealing for them. So what happened on YouTube is actually kind of the same. You get reported, you get flagged, and then the YouTube bot plays a role, and they take down your stream for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, when you get taken down by YouTube, you get 0 strikes. You maybe get a warning, maybe not even a warning. It just happens, right? Also, with COVID-19 all around, more things are being taken over by bots, so they're a little bit more lenient on things, and you may get things reported that don't deserve a removal at all. This actually happens, and YouTube came out and said, "Hey, everyone, our bot might remove content that is not against TOS. Just report it, just appeal to it, and it will be okay." And so I appealed to every one of the times that my stream got taken down, and in under hours, it's back. I never had a strike on YouTube ever. So, if this was Twitch and I got flagged for something and I got banned, this would not happen. I would not get a response in a couple of hours. Even when I email YouTube, I get a response in like 11 hours. Like, YouTube actually seems to care about me, right? So, whereas in response, Twitch took 21 days to get rid of my ban that was supposed to last for 3 days. So, of course, the level of treatment here is quite different.
You're right about that. I'll give an example. Before I started streaming on Twitch for VRChat and stuff like that, I used to be a moderator. I guess people call me the White Knight. Anyway, I used to be a moderator for some streamers, and some of these newer, it was like a couple streamers, and one streamer of what I was moderating for got banned 2 times within like a week of just stream. Like, they just started a stream, they're getting like 30 viewers or something, and then they started getting banned. And this person was like, "Oh my god, like, why am I getting banned?" And then I was just like, "Wait a second. I don't know these Twitch staff, but I know their Twitters." And I was like, "I'm just gonna DM them real quick." The person who like is the head moderator for Twitch, and just DM them like, "Hey, I'm the moderator for this person. Blah blah blah. Why is this person getting banned? We don't even know a reason." And like literally like in a Twitter DM, they're like, "Oh yeah, we banned this person because their profile picture twice." And I'm like, what? Like, they didn't do anything on stream. It's just their profile picture, like little icon next to your name, got them banned twice. And the reason why is because their profile picture was like it's a girl, and she was like laying down like this, and it showed like side bob. And that's it. That's the reason they were gonna get permanently banned.
Right?
Yeah, they didn't tell this person at all that they were gonna get banned. Like, the reason, until I DM'd a person, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is why." I was just like, "What?" Like, you didn't tell them in the email, like, "Yo, change your profile picture, we won't ban you." Like,
Yeah, so like that's the craziest thing, right? They tell you like, oh, if you have any content that you get reported for or that we deem is inappropriate, we should be removing. We may remove the content that
Mm-hmm.
is inappropriate for our platform. And so this is the same confusion I had because when I was banned the second time for a link, which they didn't tell me I was banned for a link, by the way, I had to appeal, and then they told me it was for a link, so that was confusing in the first place. Um, and I realized, oh, they banned me because I was planning, I didn't actually already, but I was planning to make a 18 plus Patreon.
Yeah.
Before I actually made 18 plus content, it was already got my account suspended on Twitch because I had a link to it in the description.
Yes.
But the original ban reason didn't notice it or didn't mention anything. I removed it because, I assumed that it might be the thing. And then later on in a appeal email, they actually told me it was a link, not even that link. And they didn't remove the link themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but why? It's like, if they're so understaffed that they cannot even remove the content what people get banned for, then shouldn't they at least do something about that? I mean, it's fucking Amazon, right? Am I crazy? Do you not have enough money? Like,
Jeff Bezos, he's got to buy his like 100th house. What do you mean? Anyway, no, I think I do agree that bans in general are unfair. Like I think Alinity of all people actually talking about this with Destiny on his stream. Pretty much he was talking about how like if you're a big Twitch streamer, it's pretty clear that you get a lot more leniency with like bans and like you'll get warnings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about this before. I don't remember the streamer. I'm not going to mention their name anyway, but they were a GT5 streamer. And they're in like the No Pixel server or whatever, and they actually got a warning from Twitch, like an email saying like stop doing what you're doing, or we'll ban your or like like suspend you for like a day or something. And the reason why he was getting warned was because he had like a couple thousand viewers. He was a partnered streamer, and what he was doing was he was playing GTA 5 No Pixel RP, and he was with a lady of the night. And she was making very suggestive noises for like 10 minutes. She wasn't doing anything to him, but like she's like slash dancing on him, like woo.
Yeah, I get you.
And then he got a warning, and he showed the email on Twitch. Like when he was streaming, he was just like, "Oh my god, guys! I got an email from Twitch. Look at this! Look at this doofus! Like, why are they emailing?" Like, I don't know why he would do that. It seems really stupid, but like it shows like how there's favoritism, you know?
So the thing that's weird, like the reason why it matters is because let's say you're an upcoming streamer and the Twitch partner is like almost like a cult thing now. It has like so much value, especially in VR chat. In VR chat, streaming has like this really weird kind of, I guess, vibe where making partner is like being hired. It's like the end of the end. It's like this huge event, but is it really? So the question that I have is, partner is being shown as this one big standard for streamers to follow around. Like, the partners are supposed to be the people who promote the Twitch brand and all that sort of thing, right? That's the whole idea behind partner. That's what they say, being like the face of Twitch, essentially, right? But partners can stream things safer than non-partners. They get warnings, and sometimes not even a warning at all. Sometimes people who stream content that may be a little bit suggestive, and then if a non-partnered streamer does the same kind of content, like I did, and I did the same kind of content as partnered streamers, we would get maybe instantly suspended for it. And so, what is exactly the example that we should follow as non-partnered streamers? Should we just assume that we can only stream that content as soon as we have a checkmark, or what's going on here, right? And so, how can we compete as uprising streamers versus streamers that are already on the top? If they have more leniency in content, while we have to be more strict in our content. I think it's really strange how we were supposed to like fight our way up against content that when you're already established, you're allowed to do more things.
I get what you're saying.
I think it's kind of wrong.
Yeah. For example, a couple weeks ago here in the great land of virtual reality, there's a bunch of big name streamers that came to VR chat. Now they're gone off, and I told it everyone, no one believed me, but I said they're all going to show up for a week or two and do something else. I guarantee they're not going to stick around for 6 months and play this game every day. They did it like for 1
There's
week.
something about that.
About what?
There's something about that. So it was a time after XQC was done streaming VR chat.
Yeah.
I'd seen on his stream, right? He was playing Valorant. Of course he was playing Valorant. But
What a nice game.
He said in his stream, I was just convenient because of incidentally watching. He started talking about VR chat, and he said, "No, I probably will never stream VR chat ever again. I got a warning because of the game, and he was actually not feeling like he was having as fun. I guess he was hanging out with like I guess some kind of dating RP or something. I'm not sure what was happening on the stream. But he said that he felt really harassed because people were like threatening him to go out with this girl, this virtual girl in VR.
Yes.
And he was like, I quote him. He was like, "It's just a game. Why are people getting so riled up on me? I felt attacked." And he said like, "I'd rather like not play this game anymore." That's what he said last time I saw him talk about VR chat. So, but the thing about XQC is I actually thought that he genuinely enjoyed VR chat. Like I looked at his stream early on, and he was like grabbing all the favorite avatars. He was like going through avatar worlds, and he filled up all his favorite slots instantly. And you know that feeling when you first get into VR chat, you have all these cool avatars. You want to try this one, this one, this one. And I saw the excitement in XQC when he was really like getting into it. So I feel like he really enjoyed the game. But for purposes, I guess things don't always work out that well, and he eventually didn't have a good time. Also with Twitch and everything, it's probably a little dangerous. I mean, even personally, when I saw his stream, I was like, if any non-partnered streamed what he streamed, they would get banned. There's no way. This is no way.
Yeah. So what you're referencing, because I know all about that. So now I know the full story because I didn't know about. Because I watch him occasionally, but I don't watch every second, so I don't hear everything he says. But so basically, here's the story of why. I know this is interviews about you, but this is a too long to read version of what happened. So pretty much these big streamers were brought in to play VR chat because Rafflegator runs a lobby, and VR chat has changed. XQC actually played VR chat 2+ years ago when I first started playing, believe it or not. And he hasn't played since then because it's just not interesting anymore. So he started playing because he got invited to like a dating role play, like a lobby, and he was there just purely to meet up with people to like date, I guess. So I'm not saying he was forced to do it or anything like that, but like he was kind of just being like pushed along, like, hey, talk to this girl, do this thing. And pretty much everybody that he was talking to were guys doing girl voices. So he got pretty tilted that every single time he would talk to someone, and then they would like flirt with him, and then he would be like, "Oh my god," like, and then like they'd be like, "Yo, what up, bitch?" And he'd be like, "What the fuck?" So like imagining like that happening like 10 times in a row.
I don't think he really like hated that experience. I think that's just fine. Because that's funny in a way, like. Like, oh, you got chat. Like it's. I don't think people genuinely like. I have not met a person who like came on and like after playing VR chat, they go sit down on their chair, resting. They go to bed, maybe next to a girlfriend or wife or boyfriend, whatever the fuck, and they turn to them and it's like, God damn, I really don't like that person with the male voice on VR chat. Oh, that person really ruined my vibe. I really want to get some girl action, and oh, I can't believe that this girl just wasn't a girl. Oh, like I just can't see that happening. I just can't see someone
I wasn't
genuinely
finished.
being so upset.
I wasn't finished explaining my story. So that was like one thing, and then the second part was when he actually met with like girls and like they were actually talking to him. The chat would go like full Coomer mode. Like they'll just be like, "Oh my god, you got to be with this girl, right?" Like so they started shipping, and this is what happens a lot. This is the same thing that happened 2+ years ago in VR chat. When you have a bunch of big name streamers show up and a bunch of I'm not blaming them, but whatever. Anyway, when they show up on his stream and then they're hanging out, having a good time, trying to have a date night or something, the chat just goes full Coomer mode. It's like, what's her Twitch? What's her Twitter? What's her Instagram? Like they pretty much go like full stalker like shipping mode, and like he didn't feel comfortable with it. Like you said, like when he was playing Valorant, he was just like, I'm being forced to like hang out, and like chat's going crazy over this girl, and it's just really stupid. For me, if I was a tour guide for these streamers or XQC, what I would have done is I would have showed them the cool worlds, not focus on dating or shipping content or whatever, I would just be like, hey, let's go check. I mean, they kind of did that. They checked out this cool like light show world, and he was like, oh my god, that's so cool, or like show him Mario Kart or something like that. Those are the things you should show people. You shouldn't be like the type of audience to have them try and ship with other people in VR chat, because that just creates fights and drama and negativity. So
To be fair, right? To be fair, Rufflegator's content currently is the most popular VR chat content.
true.
And they're also in the same time zone, and he has all the connections, so it's only to be expected that they would be hanging out and such, and that they would all like merge into the same type of like rooms and such.
True.
I feel like when you make content on VR chat, it's like, well, you have a certain audience depending on which type of VR content you show to your viewers, right? And the type of content where, you know, it's more around the dating aspect and such, you'll get that sort of reaction, sure. But I feel like you should kind of expect that sort of thing. You can also play VR chat in a completely different way, and you'll have a different side of the community watching you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't feel like there's really a problem with that, because, you know, to each their own. It's if it's not my type of content, I'm not one to say which is the right type or the wrong type of content.
Yeah.
I think that there's a group of people for everyone, and if you're a part of certain content which you're not comfortable with, like maybe they were, and I mean, there's other content to explore, right? So I think that you should definitely do things where you're comfortable with the type of reaction that you get. But to be fair, what was kind of surprising to me or confusing to me is that, you know, he gets trolled by his chat the entire time anyway, right? It's kind of his thing where he just rages all the time, right? So it's like, okay. But yeah, to be fair, it's like to each their own, and myself content is completely different, and I'll attract completely different types of people who watch me.
True.
And I think that's also fine. And I have nothing against anyone's type of content on VR chat. So I don't think there's any right or wrong in how to give someone a first or a second or a third impression of VR. I think it's our own responsibility to explore, you know, what we want to find in a platform, and not have someone tour guide us, right? Like, there's a difference between, oh hey, I have this friend and we're just gonna show things around, cool. Well, and there's a difference between, oh, I'm interested, let me go hop around myself on some things, you know. But you know, I feel like that's okay. I feel like it's okay to start anywhere in VR chat, honestly. It just depends on what kind of people you want to be around.
I guess it depends on who you are. Because there's been other bigger streamers that started playing VR chat, and they're unrelated to XQC, and my good friend Radiant showed around Ludwig, who had like 5,000 viewers, and he was just showing them like game modes, like murder and like actual like just chill stuff, and there was like no stream snipers, no issues, and the guy enjoyed it. He's like, damn, I want to play VR chat next week. So I guess it really depends on the person. I don't know. I just think I don't know. I just feel like the other issue is that when because like he went to Publix, and you know how Publix are, especially on 30,000 people watching. It's like Stream Sniper City. So he would join into like a Publix Void Club, and they were just like, oh my god, XQC. He's just like, fuck off. He's just like, I hate this game now. So like, and just having all the stream snipers and having all these people be like negative and toxic, and yeah, I also even encountered crashers, people dropping lobbies on him. It's just like, what the hell is this game? So.
Well, that's kind of, you know, even if I would have never played VR chat, I wouldn't expect for a public lobby with minimal moderation to be a.
True.
I mean, what do you expect? Well, I don't really feel like that's a relatively realistic expectation to have of anything. But whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the only person who actually still plays VR chat is probably Soda Pop, and he actually prefers. He says he's like, I don't really like streaming this game. He's like, I prefer to be on other people's streams, so then I don't have to worry about my own content and being censored or having like mods or whatever watch me. So then he can just have fun and do what he wants. And I think that's the way to play. That's why I always suggest, like, if you're an established streamer and you have a large audience, I suggest playing VR chat like off stream or with like other people, and just go from there and like learn your own experiences. Because I feel like, well, it's like it's an interesting experience when you see someone play VR chat for the first time, because they don't know how to do anything. They're like, how do you change avatars? How do you go to worlds? How do you like the tutorial systems in this game is like non-existent basically. So like you have to like you have I feel like you actually need a tour guide to like explain like how do you add people? How do you mute in this game? How do you turn off this thing? You know what I mean? Like how do you use safety settings? Like they had to teach them like baby steps. It's terrible. I feel like this game needs to be like revamped in some way because the tutorial is really bad.
If I were to give any advice, I mean, not that it really matters because people will do what they want, but like I said before, there are many, many ways to stream VR chat, and the ways you stream VR chat can be very personal or very much the same like everyone else, right?
Yeah.
If somebody called, let's say, XQC, they do their own thing. What if somebody like a YouTuber, Anime Man or something? I think that's on a YouTuber called the Anime Man.
Yeah.
Like, someone with that name, even if you don't know him, it's probably someone really, really, really into anime. So that's the person who would probably be fine just interacting with or looking at maybe some anime avatars and just having fun going through avatars or something, right? And then someone else who's very much into the interactivity part, they would probably want to be going more around lobbies and such. Someone who might be like let's say someone who plays 2BTT, you know, the oldest Anarchy server in Minecraft. You know that sort of, have you ever heard of that stuff before?
Yeah, the anarchy stuff. I've heard about it a little bit.
Yeah. Someone like that would probably be very, very comfortable being in the public lobbies because it's anarchy, right? You know, so there's always something for anyone because it's a virtual platform with thousands of worlds and lots of subcultures and communities. There's a full-on, for instance, a dancing fitness YouTuber may go in VR chat looking for the dancer community. There's a huge dance community in VR chat.
Yep.
Or what about the language streamers or YouTubers? There's now a lot of language YouTube people who went around in real life talking to people in several languages. The polyglots, or I don't know what the
I know what you're
term
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, they would also have an interesting time streaming in public lobbies and such because they find that sort of content. And so, like I said, there's a vast difference between people's interests, but it all can have a home in the virtual world because there's so much variety in all the little subcultures, communities, and worlds that we have. So I feel like there's something for everyone. You just gotta put a tiny bit of effort if you want to find it.
True. So what you're saying is that if you were to play VR chat and you're a new person, you should go to something that you're more familiar with than something that you're not with. So if you're a dancer, you should go to a dancing community. If you're I don't know, a competitive player, maybe you should go to play like Capture the Flag or something competitive. I don't know. Udon now has freeze tags, so I guess there's that. So I don't know.
Something obstacle courses and stuff.
Yeah. Parkour.
I don't think there's much competitive. I don't think that's much competitive in VR chat, honestly. But I think creativity is a big part of being a content creator, and creating content in VR chat is literally a thing. You can create your own avatars and worlds and such. And like, for instance, have you ever seen like some of these YouTubers that create like their own like little programs for a YouTube video, like a small game or something, or like an AI that sells things? They would be.
Sorry.
Your phone?
My fucking phone. Don't worry about it. It's long distance. Some smuck is trying to sell me a vacuum, and I don't care. Anyway, continue.
So some YouTubers who make a lot of like program like content, and those are the kind of people that I expect would make interesting worlds and stuff for content and such. And then you would see people in VR like building or playing that world. So there's so many little things you can do, and I feel like I said before, I'm repeating myself, but there's no one way to play VR chat, and
true.
I feel one community should really judge another community for what they do. You know, everyone can enjoy it themselves, and like, honestly, like if for instance, if I like sitting in front of mirrors and doing absolutely nothing, and you like talking to a lot of people, just an example, I do a lot of different things. You know, if there's not much reason for us to interact, right? Since we're living in the different sides of VR chats, like, technically.
True.
But what you'll see instead is a lot of people will then complain about how I'm enjoying VR chat, and maybe people on my end will complain about how you're enjoying VR chat. I think that's not really not necessary, because, you know, it's just, I guess probably. Well, to be fair, we're probably just venting about a different issue.
No,
no,
that's actually a good topic. because recently, I'm not going to name who, but there's been apparently quite a few people. You know, I've only been doing this talk show for like 6 or 7 months, and I started doing this whole thing on a whim. Like I just went with it, doing like I didn't expect to be what I am today. 7 months ago, doing this talk show. Anyway, so recently, because I mostly do this talk show, right? That's like my main content, right? I just do a talk show and talk to my audience. That's it. Like I don't really do anything else because I don't know. It's like out of my comfort zone to like, I don't know, do other things. So that's what I do, and occasionally I role play on Fridays. That's like once a week. But anyway, I started receiving a lot of hate. A lot of people are being like, "Oh, I don't like your talk show. I don't like what you do," and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, exactly what you said. It's like, well, okay, like so, like that's your opinion, but it's kind of like the reverse would be like, oh, I don't like people who stand in front of a mirror all day, right? But maybe that's what you like to do. Like, why shit on what I do? Like, I do a talk show. I'm not the best talk show host. I have a speech impediment. I barely can function as a human, but I still do it, and I love to do it. So why shit on what I like enjoying to do, right? If you want to sit in front of a mirror for 6 hours a day and talk to your one friend or talk to yourself, then that's what you do, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't know why people need to criticize or put others down for doing what they love, right? So,
I mean, if you talk to yourself in front of a mirror for 6 hours, it's probably something else going on. But
hey,
yeah,
hey, if you like talking to yourself in a mirror, all I'm saying is that's up to you.
I guess. Yeah, I get your point. I get the point. I guess it would be different if there's like constructive criticism, right? Like this. I mean, we talked in DMs about content sometimes in the last few months, and I'll provide you with some feedback over the show and other things.
Yeah.
Things that may go well, maybe some maybe didn't go so well, and I think that's an interesting way to approach things, right? Because I think growth is attractive. I think like genuine growth out of our own content is a very attractive thing. I like seeing people grow through their own efforts by self-analyzing and by realizing, okay, this is how I streamed today. This is what I can do better for next time, right? You can also grow by just knowing someone more famous than you, I suppose. But I don't feel like that's really fun. I don't know. I started streaming for a living because I wanted to live and make a living doing things that I love doing. And I became a streamer by pure accident, but I continued because I loved it. I love doing what I do. And I get a really big kick if I have a plan and I execute it, or half a plan, or a quarter of a plan, or I do something spontaneous, I execute it, and it works out. It's so satisfying, and people come see me, or are more interested in my content, or Discord, or Patreon, or YouTube, or anything that I'm doing, because of something that I did, and not because someone next to me had double my viewer count.
I get what you're saying.
So that's where I find my satisfaction.
Yeah, same. Because if you think about it, I do this whole show by myself. I organize it. I talk to everybody who comes to my talk show, by the way. They come willingly. I don't force them or anything. I tell, like, hey, you want to come on my talk show? Yeah, sure. I tell them a time. They show up. So it's not like I'm like, oh my God, there's this big streamer on right now. He has 10,000 viewers, man. I'm gonna sneak into that lobby, be right behind him, and just be like, hey, dude, yo, I know VR chat really well, dude. I'll just, you know what I'm saying? Like there's some people that are like that, and that's not me. I do my own thing. So, if you catch my drift.
I'm just only gonna disclaimer real quick because I didn't say that there's inherently something really wrong with how people grow. It's just not my thing. I mentioned specifically that where I find my satisfaction is seeing my own work flourish.
Yeah.
And the people around me flourish alongside with me. So I have a group of friends that kind of grow alongside with me. The more bigger I become, the more bigger the people around me become too. Because I'm not alone. I have a lot of people around me that help me with a lot of things. And every time I work with someone, their name gets known as well. It's really nice to work that way. I'm not saying it's a problem for people people to not have the same, drive or I would say it's not a problem that people grow in different matters that I might not want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a problem because I'm who the fuck am I to tell you what to do, right? So,
True.
what I'm saying is that I don't find any satisfaction in it, and I personally am a crazy dude that needs satisfaction in what I do. Otherwise, I won't do it. I will not fucking do it if I don't find any satisfaction in it. I will literally be like, oh, um, like, so we're selling this avatar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's made by me and Carl, who is the modeler. He has 8 years plus for, I think, 8 years of experience modeling things, and I'm kind of the art director. I make sure that things look good for VR and in the fashion sense that I like, that fits the brand of styling that
Holy
fits the
smokes.
brand of clothing, design, and characters that I've sustained for the last half year.
Yeah.
I make sure things look good for in anime aesthetics too, because my specialty is making sure anime faces look good for VR. It's just really hard in most cases, and I'd wanted to help him sustain himself because he has a shitty kind of job, and he would love to work as a model, right? So we thought about this way. I was like, all right, we're gonna sell this avatar. I'll only take 30%. And I want 70% for you. Make sure that you can get yourself a kickstart and work more and be more known as a modeler in the community. We're making very unique kind of avatars as well, as Femboy from scratch doesn't exist yet until now. So we're the first ones on that as well. And halfway through, because I was managing all the sales manually on Discord, I said, fuck it. I kind of find this too much work. Just put it on the site and take all the profit. I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. So
Oh shit.
eventually, if I don't want to deal with it anymore, I will not deal with it anymore. even if it's profitable, even if it's whatever, I'm a person that needs to feel satisfied while doing tasks like, selling avatars and such. And I'm no longer hyped to sell things when I'm already looking for the next project. So right now we are redesigning my main avatar.
Mm-hmm.
So it's my main character, most important project for me probably. We're redesigning it completely from scratch, and it looks fucking amazing so far. So you may be able to see it in a month, but I'm excited about that now, and I want to focus on that now. So I'm like, yo, you know what? Just deal with that, and I'll focus on this because I want to move on. So it's the point of what the whole story is that I'm a picky person that needs to be satisfied way too often when doing simple things. That's why I'm really bad at following schedules. I'm bad at planning. I'm bad at doing anything systematically. But I'm really good at improvising everything that I do, which is probably why people like me.
It seems like maybe you should take the personality test that I took in college this semester. It really defines you. You don't have to, but I took it because I have to. I came out as a ENTJ, which means.
That sort of thing.
Do you know what that means? ENTJ.
I don't remember exactly.
It means it means the commander. I'm like I'm very punctual. I'm very about schedules and planning. And if I do something on a whim, or like just like spontaneous, then it'll fail. But if I really plan something out and spend a lot of time, like repetition and stuff like that, it'll work really well. And I took this test after I started doing my talk show, and then I was just like, holy shit! I was just like, what the hell? That actually is me. Like what? I was like, what? Like my mom went like. I was just like, that's actually me. Like everything, like I was just like blown away because I took the test. Obviously, you want to take it honestly. You don't want to lie about when you take this test and stuff like that. But yeah, like the way I present myself, being an extrovert, talking to a lot of people, socializing. This talk show wouldn't exist if I wasn't a socializer, if I didn't know a lot of people, make connections and networking and things like that. So the moral of the story I'm trying to say here is that like you said, like you do things on a whim and spontaneous, and that's how you do stuff. For me, I'm more of quite the opposite, where I need to organize things and schedule things out, and I'm more methodical in planning and things like that, and then execute the plan, and then it works quite well. for me, just putting in the time and effort, like you get satisfaction out of like, like doing something and it does really well. For me, it takes a very long time. Like I did this whole talk show on a whim, unironically, but like after doing this for so long, like people come to me and DM me and go like, "Bro, I love your talk show. Keep doing it." And that's what keeps me going. That the viewers, the people that say, "I love your talk show. I want to see you interview this person." Insert, I don't know. I want to see you interview Artsy again. I'm like, sure, why not? And then that's what keeps me going because, otherwise, and everyone knows that this is my talk show. It's not like it's Billy Bob and Thornton's whatever talk show. It's mine, so everyone knows it's me. I don't have to rely and depend on other people to do my job. So that's the other satisfaction.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it's mine. So I get what you mean. Like when people say, like, for example, if I put on camera you, like everyone knows this is you and Carl's idea. This is your avatar. Everyone knows it's yours, right? It's not like this is secretly David's avatar, and everyone says, oh yeah, it's artsy, but like, oh, secretly David actually made it. You know what I mean? Like everyone knows it's you and Carl. That's a fact. Everyone knows when they talk to me, this is my avatar. This is my talk show, and I don't know. I just get satisfaction out of like just people saying like you're doing a good job. I want to come back. That means the world to me when people say that. So.
It's putting myself out there as a femboy. It's been about, I guess, 6 months now since then. In these 6 months, a lot of things have changed for me. In fact, everything has changed for me. And every week, if not almost every day, I'm approached by someone or someone DMs me. And they tell me that I've changed their lives as well. Where they weren't comfortable talking about their sexuality, or how they were behaving, or what they were even supposed to be doing with their lives. Because, well, they didn't know what to do with this behavior that they liked doing. They didn't know if they were supposed to transition, or if they were supposed to get rid of it, or if it was okay to use an avatar that was maybe male. Because for a lot of people, it was actually scary to use male avatars. You might ask why, But the thing is that when it came down to female avatars, especially, and if I put an example for streamers and people that are amongst communities, you'd think that people want to see female avatars because everyone's attracted to female avatars, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's really scary to then suddenly change to a male avatar and expect the same people to like look at you the same way. And it is true, sometimes you do have a negative reaction. But after my content, I realized that I was spreading a message to people that it's okay. And now 6 months later, everyone knows what a femboy is in VR chat. Everyone has seen some of these avatars that we've put out. Everyone has seen maybe Mia at one point. There's maybe 4 or 5, if not 6 femboy streamers out there now. The whole thing has spread so far that everyone knows what it is and what we're doing. So it's probably the most proudest thing I've ever done in my career. Making people more comfortable with themselves and who they want to be able to behave the way they want to do. And tuning in on waking up to Discord or going to sleep and checking my Discord and getting messages like that is extremely heartwarming.
I could share something kind of like that. I do this talk show, right? And I interview many people. Probably, I don't know, closer to like 150 people so far. And some of the people that I've interviewed, they have, disabilities. Like they have autism or Asperger's or on the spectrum or, struggle with sexuality and things like that. And I bring them on willingly onto my talk show to talk about these things, whether they're, transitioning and things like that, because I want to spread the message. I even bring on mutes, people who don't choose not to talk or can't talk, and I still interview them because I want to share their story. I want for people to know who they are, not just be silenced because they're different. No one told me, Rebel, oh, you should only interview these type of people. No, I interview all types of people. I don't discriminate or hate or anything like that. I interview all walks of life, all people, and I do it because I want to share their story, and I want more people to feel comfortable knowing that it's okay to be different. And that's why I interview these people. Doesn't matter if you have 5 viewers or 5,000 or if you don't even stream. Some of these people don't even stream or even make content. They're just people that I interviewed. So, yeah.
I have a slightly back to the different topic, but I have a challenge for you.
Okay.
When is the last time you took the 16 personality test? Because that's what you were talking about.
Probably like a month ago.
All right. So, in one of the previous interviews, I told you that I have a history in neuroscience and psychology. You remember that?
Yeah.
I challenge you to take the same test a little bit from the future, maybe 2 months from now or something.
Okay.
What if I told you the result is most likely different?
It would make sense because of my experiences talking to people and feeling more empathetic and like caring and stuff like that.
But would it make sense? Would it make sense? Because if you do a 16 personality test, you don't do the test expecting it to be different a few months from now.
No.
You know, you expect the test, oh, this is me, right? So it wouldn't necessarily make sense on first impressions. But the truth is, and I know a lot of people have done these tests, but the truth is that the free tests that you do online have a high probability, and when I say high, I say it's roughly 50% or something, probability that they will vary over time. They are, if you didn't know, the personality test that we're talking about has several levels of depth to it. The level you get for free online is like level 1, being with basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The levels below that, the more detailed ones, they are usually paid tests and they last hours.
Makes
They're
sense.
very, very extensive. So the free tests you do online aren't a good measure to describe yourself as just because you did that one test. Over a course of a couple of months, they will most likely vary. Another thing to take note of, and I'm just saying this because I used to actually look into this sort of thing many years ago, and I did them with friends for fun over the course of about 2 years, and I finished a little bit of research on it. And the way these sites work is they use a technique called cold writing. I believe that's the name of the technique. It's the art of writing a description in a way that it would match the most amount of people possible within a certain category. So to give you that shock of, oh my god, that's really me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get that shock. There's another place in the world where they use this very often, horoscopes and, you know, predictions based on, you know, star signs and all kinds of things. Horoscopes, I guess that's the word. I'm a little bit not familiar on the English terms on any of these things, but I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
These kinds of things also very often use cold writing to appeal to you the most. And of course, when you look into these sites, they have a paid service where, you know, if you subscribe, you know, that sort of thing. So they make money off how relatable their content is to you. So I need you to. It's fine to use these tests sometimes as a self-help thing and to really take a look at it. It's really fun to do because, like I said, I did it for years. But it is a warning to not be too dedicated to those results because they're likely to change over time, and there's a bit of writing in place to make it more relatable to you as a person. So if you're really, really interested in getting more deeper into personality tests, you may want to research into the more paid services.
Yeah.
I don't know what the cost is of these things, but that's something that you may want to look into if you really want to get to know more about yourself. This is coming from, I don't have any diplomas, but this coming from an ex-person who used to study neuroscience. I'm just going to say that those things are very unlikely to describe your entire life, okay? Just
I understand. I understand.
Well, it's not that simple.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, I do agree. Because I've had some friends who are very dedicated in the horoscope stuff, and like they're written so they're very broad, so it relates to it's like because everyone has everyone has for example, everyone has technically a mom and a dad, right? So like they'll like be like, oh, someone close in your family's having trouble, and you're like, oh my god, that's so relatable. Oh my god, like everyone has they write it purposely so it's very relatable. So you keep subscribing and keep viewing it or whatever. I get what you're saying. It's kind of like an IQ test, right? Like you can take free IQ test. Like, oh my god, I'm 140. I'm a fucking genius. Like, oh my god, guys, I'm so smart, guys. And then like but like if you really want an actual test, like a real IQ test, you have to pay for it and usually go to like a testing center or like your local university or college, and then you'll take a test you have to pay for. It's marked by a professor, and then they'll be like, yes, your IQ is actually 102, sir or ma'am. So then you have like an actual legit testing. So I do agree that like if I was to take these personality tests, I would, yes, I would actually want to pay for them. Probably not an online one. I'll probably want to take one like in person and like do it like, like multiple choice, like bubble it, and then like get like an actual like psychiatrist to like test it or whatever. Maybe maybe I should just talk to this therapist or psychologist and have them diagnose me or whatever my personality, because that would make more sense than trusting some online service that's free, right? Because it's just bogus to a certain degree, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, like I said, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's just it's fun. You have fun doing it. It's fun. So like I'm not saying don't ever do them because they're clearly fun. It's just that yeah, if you want to know more, if you want to have a higher chance of being accurate, you probably want to look into more detailed solutions. Which statistically speaking is most likely going to be paid content. If there is a free site somewhere on the corner of the internet, of course I have not explored every site on the planet that's related to these tests. There might be one. That's the thing. Look around, look around, look around,
Yeah.
and because in a way you can also like if I did 10 free tests, that would be better than doing one free test.
True.
So if I did 10 free tests and compared the results of 10 free decent tests, you may come to a conclusion that's better for yourself
Yeah.
rather than doing one free test. It's like when you learn any piece of information on the internet, you have to compare sources.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if it's for yourself.
For college, I had to do 5, and they all kind of had similar results, a little bit varying, but yeah. Speaking of paying stuff, I have a learning disability, and to prove to my college that I actually have a learning disability, my brother went to university. You have to pay upwards of almost $1,000 for a psychiatrist to test you to make sure you actually have a learning disability. So you have to like be like analyzed just to prove that point, and that's really shitty. But like, I mean, at that point, I mean, is now a legal document stating you have this disability or whatever. So it's kind of the same thing. Like, I don't think it would cost $1,000 to get a personality test, obviously, because this is different. This is for university and college, but I do agree that if you really want to know, you're gonna have to pay for it. I would highly suggest. I'm pretty sure you could talk to like your local college, university, or psychiatrist or therapist or something like that, and then they would give you a session of like probably $100 a session or some bullshit, and they'll be like, yeah, we can test you and figure out what you are. But I don't think a lot of people do that because let's be real here, people are lazy and they're just like, oh, I'll just look up my daily horoscope and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Or personality test.
I mean, yeah. I would say that different people, different desires, right? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know, so I'm not gonna make any assumptions on that part of the topic. So yeah.
I just say it is what it is. Just take it with a grain of salt, as I like to say. Just don't read one thing like, oh my God, this is factual. This is now the Bible. I must pray to this every day and know this information. This is totally me. Like, just just be like, oh, okay, that's cool. I guess don't like develop your whole life around this one horoscope or one thing. That's why I say just be open minded. Don't be closed minded and just believe one thing because you read it online. Don't be
There's
what do you call it? Gullible.
well, there's another reason maybe, and one reason why it may be very appealing to, and this is why I sometimes don't like these websites, is because it's a little bit predatory, where there's a lot of people that are desperate to figure out how to feel better for themselves.
Yeah.
Right, and you're trying really hard to maybe get over depression, how to feel better for yourselves, and how to improve yourself. And so you turn to these personality tests because, hey, if this person knows, or if this place knows who I am or what I am, maybe it can help me understand myself better, and therefore maybe adjust myself or
Mhm.
or be around the people that help me more or support me more and such. And that's why the sites sometimes can be a little bit predatory in a way that like it's written to make you feel appeal to it. But if you're genuinely looking for solutions and you're desperate, you're going to be attracted to this sort of results. And that's actually probably one of the reasons why people around me were doing that. The first time I got into this was maybe 6 years ago for this topic. Um, and I could definitely feel that we were trying to figure out things about each other and ourselves. And eventually I realized that it's an emotional thing, and wherever there's emotions involved, there's money involved.
Yes. I get what you're saying. Vulnerable people, just like the old people. Pyramid schemes. Old people are easy to manipulate, a sad reality as it is. Just like, oh, old person, give me $100. I'll give you this care package. It's totally legit. And invest into our pyramid scheme. Anyway. We'll start taking questions from the chat, by the way, now. So if anyone has any questions for Artsy and I, it's time. So anyway. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? I'll give them a minute. So I guess while we wait, have you looked at anything from the virtual market yet?
I am planning to stream that tomorrow.
Nice. Are you one of the content creators that was asked to do it?
No.
Oh, okay. Because there's a lot today. A lot of people, you can clearly tell who's being told what to do because they have a very particular title and their language and what they're saying is very PG.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give a shit.
It's like this avatar's ass.
Yeah, if the avatar is shit, it's shit. Like what the fuck? Listen. I guide a modeler into creating faces for VR chat, these anime faces, because I think the majority of anime faces are trash. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I think the majority of faces made from scratch are not good, because making good-looking anime faces for VR is hard.
Yes.
It's hard. So I like to be genuine in that, and I think that some things just don't look good. And the previous VR markets had very questionable quality avatars, but that's fine. It's a market. It's fun, and there's a lot of different things. And some products are really great, and some products are not so great at all, which is what I expect. If the quality is better overall now, that would be great. But it's hard work. It's hard. It's not easy. It's so hard that on the Western front, there's almost nobody able to make a VTuber avatar. The only person I know that makes expensive high-end VTuber avatars is DigiTrafx, with who has done Project Melody, and other VTubers like Mira Akri and Natsume Moi. It's the only Western person I know that's making a high-end $1,000 plus VTuber avatars that I like. I know other people that may have done avatars at that price point, but I don't like how they've shaped the face. For instance, I think the faces that we do are better. Not gonna lie, I think the faces that we do are better than some of the $1,000 avatars that I've seen around there. But so of course, if there's a product that I don't like, I'm probably not going to sit there and bash it. I'm just gonna be like, I don't like that, and move on. But if it's really shit, I'll maybe give it a chuckle and be like, I hope you improve. Like.
Just be like honest, Dave.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be rude to people. Like, it's very impressive that people even made something for a project that came together. I love that people came together to make a project together like this. It has lots of big sponsors now too and such, right? So it's. I'm not going to sit there and bash someone's efforts. That's just kind of cruel and mean. I'm going to say, yeah, I don't like the face, and the textures look very washed out, and this looks like something that hasn't had much experience in it. And if that's the case, that's the case.
I get you.
In the last few months, no, I'm not gonna lie. V Market 2, V Market 3, I really loved them. One of my favorite VR events of all times. But most avatars aren't very good.
True. It's because they're all made from the person, and none of them are experts. They're just learning how to do stuff, and they're just trying to learn. so they're not like top tier. Maybe like a few of the avatars are like, holy shit, that's a good ass avatar. But you also got to realize that probably a lot of them don't want to show their like really good stuff because like, someone can just yoink it and be like yoinkies. So I bet if you talk to some of them, they probably would be more open to giving you the good shit, you know? Anyway, we have to take these questions because we're going over an hour now, and I would like to take questions in the chat, so we may have to rapid fire some of these questions. So VRC Bunny says, what made you first
I'm
join
ready.
VRChat?
I watched a video of Evolved Ant doing a animation with the kissing meme with a popular streamer,
Oh, yeah?
and I thought, and it made me realize three things: anime characters, custom animations, custom avatars. Holy shit in VR. So I came in VR chat and I did custom animations, custom avatars in VR, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that made me want to join.
That was the same person that got me into VR chat. I actually reacted to that clip a few days ago when I was doing a what do you call it, a media share stream. I was like, yeah, I remember that moment. Anyway, what was your most awkward moment ever IRL and or VR chat for Artsy or both? And you can also answer.
Oh, that's a little bit difficult. Most awkward moments. I think there's one universal awkward moment that everyone in VR should experiences, honestly. Like, I don't know if anything special, but you know how awkward it is when someone in the room is blocked and they're talking to a friend of yours and they
Yeah.
have them blocked, but you don't have them blocked. So you're talking to two people and they have each other blocked, and it's so awkward because you're like,
I had that happen for like weeks where I blocked a person because they had a big ass avatar. Like their avatar was like half my screen. So I was just like, fuck this, and I just blocked this person. It was like it's just a massive avatar. But over a couple weeks, they were actually like used a different avatar, and they were always beside me, like talking to the same person. And the person who I was talking to is like, "Hey, can you hold on a sec? Wait, I'm trying to talk to like." I'm like, "Who are you talking to? Like what?" And they're like, "Oh, this person." And I check my social list. I'm like, "Oh shit! I actually blocked this person like a month ago, and they've been in this lobby this entire time." And then I unblocked them. They're like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And I'm like, "Why'd you block me?" I was like, oh shit, I gotta go." Um, Artsy, what's the longest you ever grown your hair out to, and have you tried to braid it?
So when I was young, so let's say in my childhood, I never had my hair cut until the age of like 13 or 14. I think roughly around that time. I think it was 14. Not sure. But it was really long down to my butt pretty much. And I had it braided, against I had it in like these tight dreadlocks. Not loose ones, but like tight dreadlocks that are like going across your head like that from front to back. It's a really painful process, by the way. But yeah, that's how my hair was in the past. It's because I have extremely curly hair. It's like if I grow my hair out, I'll have an afro. I have pretty much like African hair. So that's pretty much how I maintained my long hair, is by braiding it against my head, to it down, and then letting it go down below on the back of my back, pretty much. Yeah, that's how my hair was when I was younger, much.
Okay, what do you think about Virtual Market 4? Well, technically, I can answer for you. You haven't tried it yet, so.
I haven't tried it yet.
When did Archie start being a femboy, and how has that affected his life?
November 2019, pretty sure. The day that I revealed my femboy avatar, which was just an experiment. I didn't promote it. I didn't say anything. I just switched my avatar that day. I was averaging, normally at this time of my career, I was averaging roughly 120 viewers. I had 200 people watching me that day. I didn't know why. Couldn't explain why. The next day, again, 200 people watching. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Since then, my entire life has been different. People know me as the femboy. People have become femboys. People have become more comfortable with their sexuality. I have become more comfortable with my sexuality. I've become more comfortable with myself in real life and in virtual. I managed to take more pictures of myself. I managed to be more creative in avatars. I managed to be more motivated, and I started to laugh a lot more. I started to be a lot more happier as a person. I was actually pretty depressed for the majority of my life, up until I became more known as a femboy and I accepted myself as a femboy. When that happened, I started laughing a lot more. And if you've ever seen any of my videos, it's 80% me laughing. My entire videos, all of my videos, would not exist if it wasn't for...
Holy shit! It wasn't for... Oh.
If it wasn't for me feeling happy of the way I am right currently, if it wasn't for me becoming happier as a person, I wouldn't have started laughing so much. And if I didn't start laughing so much, I wouldn't have the content I have today. So all of my content today is based on how much happier I feel compared to the past. And every time I watch one of my own videos, I'm constantly reminded that today I feel better than I did before. So.
Okay. What is the most annoying thing that's happened to you this week?
It's just Tuesday, right? Not much.
It's Wednesday, actually, my dude.
Oh, it's Wednesday. Fuck.
Holy shit.
Can I add last week?
Yeah, sure.
Can I add last week?
Sure.
Last week, I was having bad days. Last week I started feeling a lot more annoyed by smaller things, and the quarantine was really getting to me. So I was starting to walk outside at like 1, 2 a.m. to sit outside for a little bit because I was losing my shit being locked inside. And I was also being a lot more sensitive around people that kept getting in my face because now I'm a lot more recognized.
Mm-hmm.
And so people will like Artsy, 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 and I'm like,
holy shit. You need a bodyguard in VR chat. Just be like, hey, buddy, $5 for that autograph, ass wipe. And you'll be like, oh, shit. Hey, sub to me on, use your Twitch Prime, and you get a sub with me. Or whatever. You have to be a Patreon to talk to me, buddy. What do you think you're doing sneaking this lobby?
It's mostly fine, except for when someone literally interrupts me to fan over me. It's like, I don't understand. You kind of interrupting me to get to because it's kind of disrespectful. I don't. Wait, wait, something did happen this week. It was the craziest thing. Somebody came into my Discord while I was playing, and I was talking to Saphira, which I'm dating someone now.
Pog.
And this guy I was talking to her, and she was going to bed. This guy comes in and he goes like, "Artsy, that's not how you talk to a girl." What the fuck? What the fuck? And he's like, "Yeah, when you respond that way, that's disrespectful." I'm like,
Let's get pixels.
So I'm intrigued. I'm like, all right, tell me more, dude. Tell me more. And he starts talking about. I'm not making this shit up, right? He starts talking about, if you ever have any issues with your stream, if it freezes, if you have internet problems, just ask me. I'll fix it for you. I'll fix all your problems. And if you ever have internet issues, you need fast internet, I'll send my Wi-Fi over to you. I just need to, just let me in, and then I'll do it for you. I'm like, this can't be fucking real right now. And at the time, I was playing because I started practicing my aim recently for shooting games, and I started streaming them very rarely. But I'm starting to practice shooting games, right? And that's why I'm practicing my aim. And while he was saying this shit, I was getting high scores because I don't know why, but his bullshit was making me play better. It's like, I don't understand.
Can I call this guy a simp? He was trying to simp for you.
Probably.
He was trying to simp for you. He was like, "Oh yes, queen, I'll do anything for you. I'll give you my Wi-Fi. I'll do better. I can improve your stream. Please just give me control of everything. Don't worry about it. Give me your social security number, the 3 digits on the back of your credit card. Everything, please. I'll do everything for you. Please, anything for my queen, for you. I'll talk to you. Hey, I know how to talk to women. Just to let you know, I have slain 500 pussies in my life. I know exactly how to get this girl to just be moist every day of your life, okay? Please just let me inside your life and inside of you. That's what he sounded like.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what Sorry, I was just role playing for a second. Don't worry, RP by the way.
I get you. I get you. Oh, we got some crazy. We got some crazy things. Shoutouts to Saphira in the chat. Hi, I love you.
Anyway, any more questions? We may take one or two more questions. We've been going for almost an hour and a half, but hey, it is what it is, gamers. When we're having a good time, it usually lasts longer than an hour. These comments. What's Artsy's least favorite color?
I never thought about that before. It's probably like it's probably more on the green end of things. Probably more like on the not like pure green. Green is fine. Like I don't know. Is there a color I don't? Is there a color I don't like? I think green is fine actually. I don't think I dislike a color.
So anyway,
do you dislike a color?
So anyway, how's your sex life?
What the fuck?
That's how you throw a curveball in, gamers. You never watched The Room before with Tommy Wiseau?
Yes, I have watched The Room before.
Yeah. Anyway, how's your sex life?
Fantastic.
It's okay, but with you, I'll make it a lot better. Oh shit. There you go. Anyway, what was? Oh yeah. So what was my least favorite color? I don't know. Like I think all colors are decent. I mean, as long as you're, I guess vomit green or some shit like that, like a green yellow like piss shit like that. I don't know. Barf colored.
Maybe a really weird brown, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, like a strange. Like on some clothing, it'd probably no. That I think that would work fine in desert clothing. I don't know. I think there's like a color in between of yellow and green and brown and
yeah.
I don't know. Fuck this topic. Move on.
Yeah, moving on. Any more questions?
By the way, I have brown skin color, so don't get any weird ideas. It's more tan, not gonna lie, but hey.
I'm white. Did you know that I have a diploma? I graduated, by the way.
Man, did you know my life turned out much better when I stopped going to university?
Listen, I went to school. I have a diploma. I'm smart. What do you mean?
Oh my fucking...
You know, that's a throwback to the last time I interviewed you. I literally kept saying every like 10 minutes, hey, I have a degree, by the way. Like that means anything.
Oh my God.
What's your favorite thing about PlanetSide 2?
So like, for those who don't know, we started playing PlanetSide 2 with the community, and it's been really fun. The biggest rate we've had was over 100 people joining at the same time. For those who don't know, PlanetSide 2 is a free-to-play game. You can download it off Steam. Allows up to 300 players to join one faction in one area at the same time. So you have 300 of your friends popping out at the same time. It's unlikely to actually get 300 of your friends there. More like 200 if the server's not filled out. But yeah, so you have tons of your friends able to do it. And people like me or other streamers like to play that game sometimes because it's the only way to get a large amount of people within your own community and play together without it being like maybe an MMO or something. I think it's only PlanetSide that allows you to shoot together with 100 people of your friends and community and such. So it's really fun to have the scale down in the game, and it just feels really good to play the game when you know, go through territory and territory, and everything's going on in the tactic. It just feels massive in scale, right? And not because of vehicles or anything. You just see so many things happening on the screen, and when things really get down, it feels like you as a group make an impact over a larger field of things happening, right? You have a big world that you have to kind of take over, and there's two other factions to fight against them. And I started getting into the culture of it as we were noticed by people who were veterans of the game, because we got noticed pretty quickly, because you know we kind of went pretty good at one day, and then people noticed us and they wanted to counter us, and we had a fight with some existing factions, and they were hunting me down. It was really funny, actually. I loved it, and I was having fun with the culture there, and I think I want to just, you know, fight other factions. And when I say factions, I mean other clans. And just like start challenging like 100 to 200 people clans with your own like 100 people. And then you go like, yeah, I want to fight you. And you come together with like 100 people here, 100 people there. Just, it's kind of cool, you know? It's,
Yeah.
And like once things really get going, it's just really fun to play the game. And I just want to get better a little bit at shooting, because I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing. But I can point and click, and I can click heads pretty well. So I mean, I have that going for me.
Just aim for the head, click. What do you mean? That's like Counter-Strike. The only game I know that can play a lot of people in is maybe Minecraft. That'd be about it, maybe. Because it's so low poly. My stream goes into Minecraft mode half the time anyway, so I guess I'm already living in Minecraft. Anyway, we'll take this one last question. We'll wrap it up here. Ask him about the worst anime he's ever watched with his community. It's an interesting story. So I guess we'll end with this story.
Oh, fuck.
What? Is it Boku no Pico?
Oh, fuck.
That was a great one.
No, that's a fucking hentai, okay.
Oh,
We're
true.
gonna put it to anime. And I did... Okay, listen. I certainly hope nobody watched Boku no Pico with their fucking community, okay? That seems like a really bad idea.
What do you mean?
But,
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, let's watch a hentai where little boys get...
Whoa! What? Moving on. Anyway, talking about your anime.
Do you even know what that is? Do you even know
I
what
saw
that
it.
is?
I saw. Don't worry about it. Well, I don't want to get banned. I want to get a 3-day vacation here. I worry about my stream now.
God.
Anyway, your anime.
Anyway, I watched an anime because I was looking for a yandere anime, and I looked up this anime, and it looked pretty cool. It looked pretty yandere. It's called Happy Sugar Life. 3-4 episodes in, I really wish I'd never watched it.
Okay.
If you want to know why, go look it up yourself. It is not lewd. Well, it is lewd in some ways. It's not hentai. It's anime. But there's some reasons why I really disliked it, and you want to find out? Go ahead. I didn't. It's the one anime I turned off, and I told everyone who was watching, it's like, let's watch something else. Let's watch something else.
Yeah. Let's watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Ooh yeah, let's go. Woo! Stardust Crusade. Bam, 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 bam. Ooh shit, you know. That was good. Part 6. Where's it at?
The latest JoJo wasn't as good as the other JoJo's, not gonna lie.
Wow, that's what everyone told me. I didn't read the manga because I can't read. I'm illiterate. I just see 30 pictures a second, you know?
But you watch the anime?
Yeah, I do occasionally. And I actually, that's a lie because I actually read a lot of manga. I read, what's it called? The Yamada and the Seven Witches. I read Prison School before it was even an anime. I'm an elitist, bro. I'm gonna read manga before I becomes anime, weeb. Prison School, that was a good one.
I actually haven't finished Prison School, but I didn't dislike it. I just probably got occupied with something.
Big
also,
milkers.
I also have chat open. Big milkers.
Hey, that one. What's the one girl, the vice president? Hey, everyone says I look like her. Hey, I'll pull out the ruler. I'm just saying. Listen, I'll get the whip out. You know, I'm just like her.
Listen, I'm gonna say something else about JoJo. Okay, real quick, real quick. I'm looking at the camera.
All right,
JoJo,
all right.
listen. I love the JoJo anime,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're gonna tell me that the ending of the latest JoJo season wasn't fucking boring or anticlimactic, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, it was the worst ending out of all the seasons so far. Come on, come on, come on. They were better before. They were better before. Okay, that's not gonna lie.
What's your favorite? Part 3?
Um, I like. I definitely like Dio. Dio was my favorite villain. However, I think Dio kind of started to be on equal footing as Killer Queen. Because
Yeah.
that guy is amazing. That villain is amazing. I love that villain so much. And he always like comes up with new tools to fight, and he's so much involved. The only thing about Dio is like he's legendary, but he's not very involved, and he like suddenly dies to a punch to the leg. And it's like, but Killer Queen was like, whoa. The whole season was so exciting. It's probably my favorite season of JoJo. The one with Killer Queen. Yeah.
Yes. Favorite Joestar?
I mean, I'm gonna be biased and say Jonathan Joestar, because my first name, what most people may not know, well, I posted on Twitter, but my first name is Jonathan, and the thing about that is that I have several names, right? Because I was born Christian, and in my European little place, they give Christians sometimes multiple names, and so my first two names combined, the first two letters of my first two names, make me have the name Jojo. So I
What the
actually
fuck?
could be called Jonathan Joseph, well, Jojo in that way. I mean, not Joestar, but people could actually call me Jojo, and there would be some sense in it because I have Jojo as the two starting letters of two of my names. Um, so I'm
Right.
biased towards that guy because he's also kind of cool and knows how to do sunlight punches, and it's kind of cool when he shouts that sort of thing.
So are you like the femboy Joestar?
I mean, you're gonna tell me that most characters in JoJo are pretty gay, they're like pretty.
Yeah,
They're not,
muscly
JoJo's
men.
not.
Ooh, yeah. I love it when they ooh.
They're definitely.
Yeah. Oh, and they're all muscly and they're all like cars. Oh my god. I just wanted to wrap his head around my thighs and squeeze and end my existence in a video game.
Do you have something you wanna? You have something you wanna confess about?
Listen, my only crime is
Mm,
as my
It's
religion.
okay. You'll get used to it eventually.
Oh yeah. Remember that last time when you switched avatars? And I was like, oh my god, those thighs, those assets, and then the assets went away, and I was like, I'm not interested anymore. You'll try and convert me. This is the long con. Every time you come on for an interview, you're gonna try and slowly convert me.
Yes, it's fun.
Oh my god. No, I can't give in.
I mean, when you go to my YouTube channel, the first thing you see on the banner is "You're gay now," and that's exactly what
Okay, well, I'm just a straight guy who decides to play female avatar. Don't worry about it. That's just me, right, guys?
Yeah, smile, nervous laughter.
Yeah. Why? Everyone who asks this comes to my chat every so often. Hey, why you play female avatar when you're clearly a straight man? What's wrong with that, right, guys? Dab dab. Yeah. Would you not want to like look down and just look at yourself in the mirror? Right, guys?
I look at myself in the mirror. I'm not a girl. Smile.
Yeah. We all wish we were women inside. We'll have a feminine side inside of us. We all secretly want to be cute and be like, oh, teehee. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. When people get first full body for the first time, they turn into a full body thotties. You know, they get full body. They start using the girl avatars. They start looking themselves in the mirror, posing. Then they try and trick their friends, and then and then it turns into a Black Mirror episode, and then you're just like, wow, I just banged my friend, and you're just like, well, that just happened. Black Mirror.
I watched that actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
What was it
I
called?
watched that.
Fighting Vipers or some shit?
Yeah. It's the
Yes.
latest season of Black Mirror. The season wasn't the greatest season, but when I saw
That
that
episode,
that was
though.
definitely
Hey, your chat
that
episode.
was definitely making me think of it made me think of Yorchet very much, yeah.
Yes. But as I said earlier in the stream, hey, it's in VR. It's okay. Just take off the headset, bro, and walk away. Right?
Disclaimer: this is a joke.
Yeah, it's
I
a
can walk
joke.
up to you and make out right now, right? Since it's just VR, right?
I don't
just,
know.
like, make out a camera right
Would
now?
your girlfriend or your mate would be fine with that or not?
Absolutely not. That's why I said disclaimer. This is a joke.
Oh, this is a joke? Oh, I'll get closer.
Yeah, this is a joke. Okay, no, okay, never mind. I'm actually kind of scared for my life. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of scared for my life.
Yeah, I'd be sleeping on the
Don't
couch
fucking
tonight,
scream at me,
dude.
Safi.
You'd
It
be
was a
cuddling
joke.
by
It was
yourself
a
tonight,
joke.
buddy. Keep that up.
It was a joke. No, I shouldn't do anything. Okay.
Anyway,
It's a joke.
we've been going for well over an hour, probably like an hour and a half now, so we'll wrap it up here. So what I'll do is I'll put the camera on you. If you want to say any last words or plug yourself or do what you do, then here's the time.
I'm going to plug. I'm gonna plug as fuck. Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I stream in exactly 12 hours on YouTube. So, if you go on the YouTube right now, if you look up my name, ArtsyVRC, go to YouTube. I'll start streaming some comedy content in 12 hours. It's most likely going to be content that's going to show up in this week's YouTube video. So, I know this is a little thing, but I have challenge screen. So if you say random shit while something funny happens, you may see yourself in a video, if that's what you want to do, you know. So hey, I can sell out that position, but we're gonna do some funny shit tomorrow. I'm gonna stream in 12 hours. It's gonna be funny, and you should totally check out my YouTube channel, because it's mostly comedy. It may make you a little bit gay, but hey, that's part of the fun. Anyway, enjoy that.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Artsy again for coming by for an interview. It's been a while, you know. You're now a YouTube boy, but that's okay. You can still come to my talk show. I don't discriminate against the different platforms. And I'm your host again, That One Rebel. It's my talk show, Late Night Rebel. And again, our host, Artsy, coming back for the 4th time. Did you know? That's 4 times now. I think you're the most person ever interviewed. Yeah. PogChamp.
Yes.
Anyway, before you go, we'll take a picture as we always do. Pixel, are you it's my camera person over there. Hello? Hello?
Fell asleep.
Holy shit. Maybe they crashed because their hand's kind of fucked. Whatever. Anyway, we'll take the picture. Usually I have them do it because they have that special camera lens thing that I don't. Well, I have it. I'm just too lazy to put on an avatar.
I have it too.
Oh, you do? Unless you want to take the picture for us.
I mean,
Pog, or I'll just take a normal one. I mean, it's not that important.
It's not easy to take a selfie with that.
Oh, yeah, that's why I said I usually get my camera person to do it. But they seem to be dying, so we'll just take a picture normally and call it a day. So let me take this thingy here. Turn off the scenes. It's really annoying. I really wish that Oculus Dash was kind of a thing still. Whoops. Oh shit, I fucked up here. Oh. There we go. Alright, I got the camera here. Oh my. Do you struggle with...
Remember that...
What?
Hmm?
I was about to say...
Oh no, don't worry else.
No, go ahead. I really want to hear this story about how my thighs were larger than your entire body, but anyway.
Sure, yeah. I wanted to say how every time you interview me, you turn just a little bit more gay.
Alright. I mean... Nothing wrong with that, right, gamers? Right? Right, guys? We'll take 2. Always take 2. Pro tip. Boom. Easy
Yes.
clap. And then disable, and then my gestures are fine. Okay, we're good. Pog champ. So who should we who do you want to raid, by the way? You get to choose.
Right. Alright, let me just see who's streaming.
Thank you to everybody for watching as well. Thank you for all the follows and everything. I appreciate that.
I think... Oh, I may have someone to raid. Whoa, that's crazy. So,